got it twisted. We don't care about feelings. This shit about business.
All I see is commas, 20, 50, 100, racing to the money.
Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back with another video, and today I'm basically just coming to talk to y'all. I felt that I needed to address this because I think a lot of people are kind of like under the impression that I don't know like what's going on with Sdot. I've been seeing a lot of comments basically just kind of like informing me of what's going on with Sdot. Also, I've been getting a lot of supportive comments as well. I wanted to thank y'all. I always want to thank y'all for being very supportive, especially in times like this. Support is like everything, so I just wanted to say thank y'all for that. But I did want to address this because I think a lot of people are under the impression that I don't know what's going on with Sdot, or like I haven't seen the video. So obviously I have seen the video because it's on our channel, and he has told me like what happened. So I just kind of wanted to like fill y'all in a little bit about like what's going on. So basically, after Sdot made his video, he did inform me of what was going on, and so far we really haven't gotten a chance to talk about it all the way. Like we haven't really been able to have like a big sit down about it, because when he told me, I was just like really emotional. Like I was kind of too emotional for us to even have like a conversation about it. So it was just like me just, you know, it was kind of like a lot of crying, and I didn't really get to say much on like how I felt about it. But we will have another opportunity to sit down soon and just really like talk it out, and you know what I'm saying, just kind of like just get everything out on the table about like where we at with it, like how do we feel about it. But I guess I just wanted to say, you know, I'm always gonna be there for him regardless, like no matter what, like whether we together or not, I'm always gonna be there for him, no matter if, you know, it wasn't the situation where he was having to have another heart surgery or whatever. I will always be there for him. Like those are my kids' father, so we always gonna have this relationship because of our children. When he first told me, it's a lot of mixed feelings that I got about it, because I don't know if some of y'all watched my video, my last hair video that I did, where I kind of talked about how scary it is for me basically trying to bring another child into the world, because I think like the first time when I had Ziggy, I was kind of, not to say naive, but I really wasn't aware of how big it is and how important and how serious having a child is. Like, you know, at the time I think a lot of people don't get that part. Like having a child is serious to the fact that you cannot make it out, kind of like similar to the heart surgery. And not that I'm trying to compare the two, but I just wanted to say that when he told me, I did have a lot of mixed feelings. Like a part of me was really sad. I was just sad because I don't want that for him. Like I don't want that for him. I don't want him to feel that way. I don't want that for his kids. I don't want that, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want it to be a life and death situation. You don't want to think about that, you know what I'm saying? And so it was just like really sad for me. A part of me is kind of like angry in a way, because it's like, y'all know we've been together like all this time, and I just feel like, you know, I get it that it's hard for men, because I even said that before. Y'all know I'm an understanding person, so I was even saying like I know that men deal with things differently, you know, but and I get that you may push someone away when you find out something like that. I do get that. I'm not trying to say that I don't understand that, but the thing about it is that in a sense we're both kind of dealing with like a life and death situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I've been seeing so much stuff like about, like literally, like I could pull up 5 things right now, 5 articles, like so many things I've been reading. I don't know if a lot of women are in tune with it, but it was some statistic I was reading that was like for every Caucasian woman, there was like a certain number of black women that died during like labor and delivery. And that's just like, it's scary to me, y'all. Like it's just scaring me. And then even like I came across a video that was basically saying that like in the medical field, they don't necessarily take black women serious when they like let them know that they're in pain, or like their levels of pain. And it's just so much running through my mind, y'all. That's my biggest fear. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not trying to take away from anything that has to do with Sdot. I'm not trying to make it about me. It is about me, but I'm just saying, like, in this response, it's about me because that's scary to me. Like, it's scary to me not making it. It's scary to me for my children. Or it's, and it's even, the other thing is too, is like, what if it comes to a situation where my child doesn't make it? It's like all of that is in my head right now. So a part of me was angry because I felt like it was a moment where we both really needed each other. You know, like I felt like, you know, especially from when we first found out, this was something that I did express to him at first. Like I expressed this to him in the very beginning, because even kind of before I found out is where I started seeing this stuff. Like I started seeing little stuff, and then when I found out I was pregnant, it was more and more and more, and that's just something I expressed to him. So I just kind of felt like angry in a way, like why wouldn't you tell me that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I get all of the stuff behind it, like, oh, you know, you were pregnant, I didn't want you to go through that. But it's like, think about it like this. It's like, okay, you have to have another surgery or what, another serious complicated surgery that could go wrong, or anything could happen that you could not make it through the surgery. What if something was to happen to him before he even got a chance to tell me? Just imagine like how much, like just imagine how painful that would be for me, like how hard that would be for me, like to deal with, just knowing like one day you just up and gone and I don't know nothing that happened. So I was angry about that because I felt like we're at another level now where we should be able to talk to each other and tell each other anything, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was angry. A part of me was like, I just had a lot of mixed emotions, y'all. It was just like, I don't know. I just had a lot of mixed emotions about everything. I was sad, and I get it, like, you know, but I just felt like even in a time like this, it's a time, how some of y'all was saying, it was like we needed each other. Like we need to be there for each other because we both in a situation where it's life and death. It's seriously life and death. Like I know some people are gonna be like, oh, it's just pregnancy, but it's not just pregnancy, especially for me, and especially, you know, not even to pinpoint on it being like a woman of color thing, but if y'all go do any type of research, like I was saying in my hair video, I even mentioned like Judge Hatchett, Serena Williams, like even she had like after birth complications. So it's something that I have to worry about even after having my baby. Like I have to make sure I'm good. Remy Ma just had a baby and even had to be transported. It's like all of this stuff that's going on in the media is, it could be me. It's like that's one thing you have to, I don't know where I'm really at with it. Like I said, it's something we needed to really talk about and discuss, because the biggest thing is like we're gonna have to have that conversation, because what if something does happen to me once I have this baby? What if I don't make it? So it's like things need to be put in place, you know what I'm saying, to be realistic. It's like, of course you're gonna be sad and grieve, but you know, life still has to go on after that. So that's something that we really needed to discuss. And it just kind of upset me. It upset me in a way. It's like, of course y'all know I care about him. I'm always going to be there for him. I'm going to always support him no matter what. I wouldn't just be like, you know, fuck you, you having a heart surgery. I wouldn't do that. Y'all know I'm not that type of person, but I can only speak from the situation that I'm in now. Like maybe I wouldn't have so much anger built up like if I wasn't pregnant. I don't know. It's still about, I guess I would, because it's like we still have a child together, but I just don't know if I would be as angry. But I just kind of felt like I was angry because I feel like the anger is coming from me expressing to him how I was feeling about it being a life and death situation. And so for him to not bring that to me and for us to like sit down and really talk about that, it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of hurtful in a way. I told him, like, you know, I gave him the basics of how I felt about it overall, but we didn't really get to talk about it like in depth all the way, because like I said, it was like I was just too emotional hearing that. It was everything. It was like, of course I don't want to lose him. That's number one. Like I don't want to lose him. That's before anything. And number two, it was like that's when all these other emotions came, and I was just angry, y'all. A part of me was angry. Like this is something that you can't just go into a shell and not tell someone, because what if something happens before then? You get what I'm trying to say? Like I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's like you have to, this is something you gotta let be known. You gotta talk about this. You can't just hold this in and not talk to anybody and shut me out. It's like I can be there for you. And I do understand, like sometimes people don't really want the comfort, or they don't want the support right away. I can definitely understand that, but it's like we both in a situation right now where we both need each other and we both need that comfort. So that's why I was like really angry about. So I just wanted to let y'all know and just to address it, because like I said, I think a lot of a lot of people, I'm pretty sure like some people assume that like, of course, after he made a video, he would tell me. That would only be right. I mean, I wouldn't just come to the channel and be like, oh my God. So he did come and talk to me about it and let me know what was going on. But like I said, we really haven't sat down and got it all the way out. We do plan to do that. Well, at least I do at this point. Like, plan to reach out and try to do that and just try to talk to him and see. Because he kind of said everything about how he feel. I was the one that wasn't like able to say much because I was just like crying too bad. And of course it's on my mind. It's always on my mind. I'm trying not to let it stress me out because it's like, you know what I'm saying? With that situation, you just don't know. Like, you just don't know what could happen. You don't know when somebody's last day could be their last. And it's just something like right now that, especially with me being pregnant, my hormones are up. Even if I wasn't pregnant, I would definitely be the same amount of worried about this, but it's a little bit more on a higher level for me because of the pregnancy, and then like I have to deal with what like I'm going through too, and like worry about Ziggy, and not only Ziggy but the baby too at the same time. Like, what'll happen to me? So that's it, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that I do know what's going on. So I want to clear that up so y'all don't have to think that he didn't tell me, and I just kind of wanted to let you guys know like how I was feeling. So that is it, you guys, and I will see you in the next video.
Bitches got it twisted, we don't care about feelings. This shit about business.
All I see is commas 20, 50, 100 racing to the money.